Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kyle Thumb with SolarBOOM. So today's video is 11 different strategies to get solar leads. So it's how to generate your own solar leads. And I created this video because a lot of people at different parts of the year, they struggle. And I'm not going to lie, myself and my company, we've had some rough months as far as advertising goes, where maybe we're getting results, but the costs are way higher than we would like them to be. And when we encounter those types of problems, it's important to know that we always have different channels and different options available to us. So this is just an overview, 11 strategies to generate solar leads. Some of these are traditional, some of these are online, some of these cost money, some of these just take time. But I wanted to create this video because I think it's important for all of us to always be thinking, what is something that I can do right now that's going to help me grow my business? So let's get into it. What's up everybody? This is Kyle Thumb, SolarBOOM. Today what we're talking about 11 strategies to get solar leads. And we're talking about this now for a few different reasons. So obviously it's December 2020. It's winter and there's a lot of stuff that changes in winter, and especially the holiday season, that makes it harder for us to succeed with some channels on this list. And we'll get into that here in a second. So from a marketing perspective, it's important to note that we always want to have multiple channels available to us that are producing leads, because we never want to have all of our eggs in one basket. All right, so 11 strategies for solar leads. Number one, referrals. So this one right here is the bread and butter of pretty much every successful solar rep who has sustained success in this industry. And when I'm talking about referrals, I'm talking about getting referrals from past customers. So one of the things that I see with people that go for referrals is they try to overcomplicate it. They think they need software. They think that they need to get 5 referrals from every single person. They try to get a list of 10 names. And the best way to do it is, number one, we have to connect with the people. But then number two, we have to keep it simple, and we have to tell them exactly who we're looking for. We want to give them a wanted poster, as if, hey, we're looking for another young family that just moved into the forever home who probably has bills that are maybe a little bit too high. Do you know anyone like that? Someone just like you? And when we phrase it that way, number one, we're looking for one person. Number two, we're looking for someone specific. They're going to be much more likely to come back to us with good referrals. So I have a full video on this, and I'm going to put the link in the description. If you want to see the 9 tips to get better referrals, make sure to go ahead and watch that video. Number two, cold calling. So this is one that I just wanted to touch on. It is really not that not very common in the solar space. It's more common in B2B areas, but there are places online where you can go and you can find links to address information and phone numbers for specific neighborhoods and specific people, and you're able to do that, and you can cold call them. Cold calling is best for someone who's good on the phone. If you're not good on the phone, you're going to have a very hard time finding success, but I wanted to put this on there. Definitely old school, and it is possible, but I would say it's probably last resort if you can't take care of anything else and you really need to just put in some work. Number three, content. So when we're talking about content, we're talking about creating content for your personal Facebook network. You want to be known as the solar guy to every single person in your network. And so in order for you to be seen as that guy, they have to know who you are, what you do, and who you help. And you want to tell them exactly who you're trying to help. Once again, similar to a referral, give them the information that they need and say, hey, I'm looking for these types of people. And even if it's someone that we're looking to turn into a client at one point or the other, we want to engage with them and interact with them, and that all starts with creating content, because that's how we get the conversation started. Keep content simple. You don't have to necessarily do blog posts. You don't have to do videos. All you have to do is just educate people. Some of my favorites that are super easy for solar professionals: pictures of beautiful installs, before and after of bills, showing them how high the bill was beforehand and how high their bill was after, using that to educate people and things like that. It's super easy. Just take pictures, keep it in string, and show off what it is that you do and the people that you help. Number four, website. So a website is never going to be your primary source of new business. And this is kind of excluding like funnels that we associate with marketing campaigns. But website is just talking about having a local presence on the web that's going to help you to generate new business. So I highly recommend that anyone who's in the solar industry, if you're serious about your business, you need to have a website. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It needs to have just a few pages, a home page, an About Us page, a contact page, and then we want it to be littered with call to actions, getting people to contact you and or requesting a quote. And then we also want to make sure that we're showing off a lot of testimonials and referrals. As long as we do those basics and have a clean and modern look, that's all we really need. People that land on that website are probably looking for something, and when they find it, or when they come to the website, hopefully they get what they want. Once again, this one is never going to provide you with unlimited leads. It's going to be one that's going to hopefully provide you with a handful of deals every single year. But once again, it's a handful of deals that we wouldn't have otherwise. So we want to make sure that we have our website. And especially if we're in a local market and we're only working locally, we want to make sure that our website is optimized for local SEO and it has a lot of emphasis that places you as the expert in your area. All right. Number 5, Facebook ads. So, everyone knows about Facebook ads. There's programs like that out there that teach you how to do them your own. You can hire an agency. So Facebook ads have always, I don't want to say always, but over the last few years, they have been the most cost-effective way to use online marketing to generate leads. And I think that's kind of changing right now, and we're seeing that, but it still is one of the top, if not the top channel to use. So when we're running Facebook ads, Facebook is great because we're able to target specific demographics and specific audiences that are interested in specific things. And so try to think out the box, get in the head of the people that you work with and who you work best with, and you're able to target your campaign. And once you do that, you're able to use Facebook ads. You're just looking for people that are interested in what you have to offer. When creating these ads, remember, they're not interested in your product, they're interested in the benefits. They're not interested in the panels, they're interested in what the panels can do for them, which is hopefully put more money back into their pocket, increase the value of their home, and help them to feel like they're doing their part about helping the environment. All right, number 6, YouTube ads. So YouTube ads is probably one of the hardest that you can do on your own, but it's not impossible. You just need to record a simple video, and you can use the Google Ad platform to show that to the people that you want. So YouTube kind of combines the benefits of Facebook as well as Google. And what I mean by that is you're able to target people based on what it is that they, what characteristics they have, what they're interested in, but then also what they're searching for. And that's why YouTube is super powerful. It is more expensive, but it's also higher quality because the people that you get you're able to educate them, and then once they're educated and if they're interested in whatever you have to offer, you're able to send them to a survey or a landing page. If you're recording or thinking about recording a YouTube video, keep it simple. Hook, story, offer. You have to hook people in those first 5 seconds. What is it that you can provide to them? Get their tongue or their palate wet just a little bit. Give them a taste, and then explain to them how it all works. And at the end, you want to obviously give them whatever it is that you're offering them, which is go ahead and click this button and take a quiz and see if you qualify. Right? So keep it simple. YouTube is probably one of the hottest ones right now, and the leads that you get from YouTube are awesome. Specifically, if you're the person in the video and you're also the person calling them, the success with those is off the charts. Google Ads. So Google Ads are probably one of the oldest, and the reason that they have been so popular in the solar space is because they are more expensive, because you're targeting people when they're looking for solar. So when someone goes to Google and they type in solar panel installer near me, you can put an ad there and you only pay when they click on it. So this has always been more expensive, but what's happening is we're seeing places like Facebook, their prices are going up, and that's why people are going to YouTube. And as Facebook prices continue to rise, it's possible that Google Ads become more popular amongst solar pros. So I don't like Google Ads for a couple different reasons for solar. The main one, once again, obviously is pricing. But then number 2 is if you're advertising to someone at that point where they're searching for something, then they are more likely to be price shopping. They're more likely to click on the various links, email a bunch of different people, give them a bunch of calls, and you're competing with them similar to how you might compete with somebody that's a shared lead. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of Google, but it still is a great way to get quality leads on the internet if you have the budget for it. Tabling. So this is once again a traditional method. So tabling, we're talking about tabling events. Events, conferences, there's hundreds of events in your area that are specific for your target market. So events that are targeting people that are interested in their garden, and events that are targeting people that are into home improvement or home automation or technology. Whatever those events are, if they're attracting homeowners, that is your ideal audience, and most of the time they are desperate and or looking for companies to come there and provide value to their customers. So you are able to find those ones figure out which ones are going to make it work best with your schedule and get you in front of the right type of people. And then it's insanely cost effective, maybe a few $100, $500, $1,000 max. If you get one deal out of that, and for obviously one deal in one day, it's not the best, but that right there covers the cost by itself, and hopefully you can get a lot more. So take a look in your area. I know with COVID, events like this aren't necessarily as popular as they used to be, but as hopefully we return to normal, maybe these type of events are going to become more popular, and maybe they'll even be cheaper for us to attend and show off whatever it is that we have to offer. Another thing to keep in mind with tabling: make your booth fun. Interactive wheel, a contest, an actual panel, or showing, just whatever it is you can do to interact with people and grab their attention, you want to do. You don't want to just hand them a flyer that has information about solar panels. That's not going to do a very good job of, number one, it's not going to attract anyone to your booth, and number two, it's not going to provide them with any interaction, because your ultimate goal here, just like with online ads, is to get contact information so you're able to follow up with these people. So make sure that you put some thought into what you're going to do if you're tabling an event. Number 9, networking. So when we're talking about networking, I'm not talking about necessarily the typical networking events, even though those work well too. What I'm talking about is finding specific people that are ideal partners for you. And when you find them, you want to provide value. So these are people that already have relationships with homeowners. They already have the homeowner's trust. And what we're going to do is we're hoping to provide value so we can leverage their trust to have a good conversation with a potential homeowner. And so what we do is we want to create a referral program that helps these types of people, but we want to make sure that we're finding the right people. So these are people that deal with homeowners on a daily basis. And so some of my favorite people to connect with, if you're a solar professional, roofing companies, real estate agents, mortgage, and tax accountants. So people that are handling their taxes, because then they're in a position to let them know about tax credits. So forming relationships with those people, providing value, and then figuring out what kind of relationship would work best so that you guys can hopefully send business to each other. I know people that their entire business is built on networking, and they don't knock doors, and they don't spend any money, and their calendar is packed. So if you do it right, it is a long game, but it's going to provide you with ample opportunity for years and years and years. Number 10, doors. So while I'm going through this, I can hear all the door-to-door people freaking out that there's no message on here about doors for people to generate leads in solar. So door-to-door sales is obviously it's probably the most cost-effective thing if you're good as far as giving you the best bang for your buck. You can go out, you can pick any street, you can go and start knocking doors, pick up conversations, and hopefully have a handful of appointments, all of that for completely free. So obviously door-to-door sales is not something that anyone can just hop into and have a lot of success immediately, but once you are able to develop that skill, you're going to have a much better time with those conversations with potential homeowners. And my favorite thing about it is, once again, it costs your time, it doesn't cost your money. And so a lot of people, when they're new to an industry, they come in here and they want to spend money on Facebook and YouTube and Google, and they spend all this money and they haven't necessarily put in the hours, and they waste a lot of money instead of their time. And if it's something that is risky or something that we're practicing, we want to make sure that we use our time rather than our money. So if you're new to the solar industry and you want to start having conversations with homeowners, highly recommend, probably the most profitable skill you can learn is door-to-door sales. Once again, as we're doing this still, we want to try to incorporate all of these into whatever our plan is. 11, last one, friends and family. So I mentioned this kind of up here with content, because we're creating content for our friends and our family. The biggest thing is friends and family are people that we have in our network. We all have hundreds and hundreds of friends, if not thousands of friends. And these friends want to help us. They want to help us. They want to help our business. A lot of the time, they just don't know how. So make sure that your friends and family know exactly what it is that you do, who you help, and how they can help you. Letting them know the type of people that you're looking for and what you can offer them will keep an army with their ears to the ground. So once again, we're getting referrals from our personal network as well as our professional network, hopefully. So there you have it, man. Those are 11 strategies to get solar leads. All of these are working in 2020. All of these will work in 2021. Some are more efficient than others. Some cost money. Some take a lot of time. Your goal is to figure out what's going to work for you and create a plan that uses one, if not several of these to fill your calendar in 2021. So once again, my name is Kyle with SolarBOOM, and I hope that everyone has a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. All right, so there you have it. If you made it all the way to the end here, thank you so much. I know I haven't been, the last 2 months of this year have been crazy, lots of struggles and lots of stress and time and work, and obviously I'm working on managing my business and managing it more effectively, and because of that I haven't been able to create videos as much as I would like, but one of my goals that I'm telling you guys now is I want to make one quality video every single week of 2021, and so this video is, while it's in the last one in 2020, it's helping me to kind of build up some momentum. So if you got all the way to here to the end, like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me, helps me get found by more solar professionals. And if you have any questions at all, or if you ever just want to talk, make sure to send me an email, kyle@solarboom.io. Thank you.